It's so wonderful actually getting some sleep and some exercise. It's sunny and beautiful outside. Make sure you comment about the garden hose hanging on the bush behind me. I'm in the backyard. But I was actually able to solve one of the fundamental issues associated with gravity yesterday, and it's just wonderful. It was such a thrill to be able to solve that. I mean, I knew the answer to the most of the attributes of gravity, but it was a key fundamental one that's always put upon reification of space. Because we all grew up with this nonsense that space is something and you could bend it and warp it, and that's just not true. Space has no properties at all. It has a few attributes, but this is also, too, the reason why Nikola Tesla called Einstein a fuzzy-haired crackpot, because Einstein, in his relativity, reified space as having properties and that you could warp it and bend it, and none of that is true. It's like talking about bending unicorn farts, or counting leprechaun gold, or ascribing properties to things that don't have properties. In other words, they don't exist. So that was wonderful. It's wonderful the fact that that if you're looking towards the answer to one of nature's fundamental secrets of field mechanics, that you never go looking for a deep, complicated answer to that problem, because it's always something extremely simplex right underneath your nose, and that's exactly where it is. All of the mysteries of nature are not found in a heap of algebra and extreme complexity. Extreme complexity is never a way, and it's kind of like you don't go looking in the desert for fish, right? Why would you go looking in the desert for? They're not going to be any fish in the desert. You don't go looking for answers to the mechanics of nature in the pile or heap of complex, convoluted solutions which are completely untenable and absolutely impossible. As I've said jokingly, Mother Nature is not a crazy chick with a calculator. She's like a hairy armpit chick with a hemp skirt and muddy feet. The answers are always, always simple. It's one of the benefits of getting some rest, actually, is that that's when my mind goes into a deep place to figure out complex solutions to things. Also been out doing a lot of photography. Things are actually worse down here as far as the fear-mongering. The stores are really bad because they're almost like where it was in Kentucky about a month ago, when all the shelves were raided, and it's like, wow, there's nothing here. There's still and this is Fort Myers. This is actually a very prosperous area, Fort Myers, Naples area. And there's a lot more fear-mongering going on here. And, the germ or the virus never hit Southwest Florida at all, really. And there's just way too much fear-mongering going on here. I'm actually surprised. I thought it would be better down here, but it's not. Usually fear-mongering and the reaction to it is easily measurable by, let us say, the intelligence level of the inhabitants. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying that people are less intelligent in Southwest Florida, but I think people are watching the media too much, obviously so. There's just too many people that are getting brainwashed by lies, rubbish, poppycock, and nonsense on the news. But, most everything is closed down here. I know the governor is said that everything would open back up. Most everything would open back up on Monday, May the 4th, but that's just not true at all. Most everything is still closed down here. Well, that's okay. The weather here is very nice. I had like a mosquito on my face. It's like this with a mosquito or some sort of insect. But, just studying and writing. Let me know. Send me emails. I'm still hitting all the emails as often as I can. Still answering tons of emails. Yeah, South Florida is just so full of insects. So full of insects. Anyway, I guess I'll walk back towards the house now. Damn. I'll be back on the 15th of next week, but I don't have any internet down here, actually. Well, I'm actually, with permission, stealing the neighbor's internet. But I can't do live streams until I get back, so sorry for that. So, yeah, this house has got some dry, you can take your finger and like stick it through the wood over here, you know, it's like, yeah. Everything falls apart in Florida. Everything. It's like, this is concrete, thank God, but over here we got, yeah. I hate that about Florida. Everything in Florida just like rots. It's just, everything's dry rot or wet rot or termite rot. Just rot. Lots of rot. And lots of stray kitty cats. Meow. Meow. Hey, kitty, 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 kitty. Stop abandoning cats. Yeah, stop abandoning cats. I'll shut the hell up now, and I'll catch you in a few days, okay?